Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I can't pinpoint her identity from your description.
Nameless?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years. All they knew was that after the drought, the way this
Thanks a lot, Shinko.
It's nothing at—
Well, Paimon's—
Let me think. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired— It's rare for a I've never understood—
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to—
That's a deal.
Paimon feels like we just— Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too!
Well, Well, droughts do happen from time to time. The crops withered.
That sounds—
Yeah. Still, as terrible as that drought, they say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest— Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Yen. Paimon hopes that— Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time.
It's no problem at all.
I can't wait to see my adorable daughter again.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank you. Straightward, Ping, what has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor, not unlike the one that you yourself lead?
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that—
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Shinto has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yundai have joined up with us again.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Thank you so much. What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny? According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils. I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place. What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Thank you. Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something? Sure thing. What would you like to know? I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there. What's wrong, Shiryu? Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant, but are you guys all adepti in disguise? Oh! About that. Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Shen Yun call herself an adeptus. Ah, must have been a slip of the tongue. Shen Yun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Shiryu here what you really meant by that.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Huh? I knew it. Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that? A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud?
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help. Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Wangshu Inn first. Okay, I'll go get Granny. Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn. Do you remember this place, Granny? Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock. I believe I used to have a room here.
It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
I'll come with. Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh? Whoa! Shell, what are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form. I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, the Archon War...
Cloud Retainer.
Once one had one dwelling between...
After the war, Cloud... Although I do believe...
One believes there is little...
Granny, are you okay?
Back then...
Perhaps this conversation should end here. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
A long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Shinto said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayunkars next? There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
I don't remember this place at all. Still, I was thinking. This place feels perfect for a game of hide and seek.
Huh? Why a game of hide and seek?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I used to play that game a lot with Shuyu when she was younger.
I don't remember playing it that much. Are you sure about that, Granny? We only played a few times, and we stopped once we realized that was no good seeking part.
Ah, is that so? Then I must be mistaken.
Not here then. Let's try somewhere else.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Paimon sees an abandoned house! Why don't we take a break over there?
This place. It's
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Shuyu, this is where your father was born. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back. I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Shuyu. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much. But you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
You're too sweet, Shuyu. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Qingyun Peak. Yuandai, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on, I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
Although
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny
let me see. How strange. Have I lived here before? When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
But did the stories get it wrong then? Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Yuendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come a circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Mount Outsong, What am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
Cloud... Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
But...
Fret not, all will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in...
Wait, really? Prepared.
Here, this is it.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, is it another invention of yours?
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the suspensive somnium mechanism. It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state. Soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia, its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
Whoa, what a cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now? We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved Paimon a lot of floating.
How preposterous. Had you and I not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Oh, Paimon.
And you and...
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion.
I've never regretted meeting you.
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze, and this is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never... So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so...
Granny! Granny? Are you...
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories is...
Wait! Did you just... You already knew each other?
Yes.
Granny, please don't cry.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry. It's all come back to me now. The most...
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience.
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on. Show you, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you.
Please, Granny.
I know, dear child, some time ago, I made...
Is this the sin?
I am in truth. I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing, though she never took me on as a formal. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by.
50 years ago?
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis, and that she was the one I was still far. She warned me that the...
Oh no. So that was... Was it because...
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tinham. When we met, although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted more than anything. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away.
Oh no.
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living up. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to... I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. But that was only the beginning of my trouble. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those so-revitalized details, I probably would have...
Granny! What's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I not think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? It could be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Human custom would dictate good control. One still remembers when you were out of reflection. One found you do such...
Wait! I'm so glad you
Perhaps it is now time for one to help the rest of you. One was yours upon receiving the letter. Steve was waiting. One set out to bring you to your senses. But soon, unwilling to wishing to grant you a life out for how to live one to break one unexpected. Most one was white torn. One had celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourned the loss of your acquaintance. Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine you've used with adept blood. The proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with pride. But why not intervene to clear the fog? All of you have been lost for one night. Seize the skies! Way to the Adeptus! Those monsters would hardly have... Said godly one was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making. In the end, to see you happy. Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale. Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry. When one asked you why, apparently one had no choice but to apply powder to... It bears mentioning, perhaps fate brought you to... Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, you and I. One recognized you upon your very entry. One has... Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply... Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree?
Master, I must ask.
One has never... When it is time for one's progeny, 'tis a refuge referred... One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's... 40 years ago, you... Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories.
So,
One will help her...
she's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Master, you've already done more than enough. I don't know how I could possibly...
Granny? Please don't let...
Don't be sad, dear child. Don't forget to eat well.
I promise.
Good girl. Good. I won't stop and... That's a good girl.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise.
That's a good girl. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you.
Shiryu.
Let her be. Tears are a necessary part of maturity now that the issue has been resolved.
I always believed we would see each other again, that our days of separation would finally end, and all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up. Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Grilled chicken drumsticks. Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh. Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all. Madam Adeptus? Oh, Shuyu, you're awake. How do you feel? I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Thank you so much, Adeptus. No, I mean, Master. Chuyu, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Chinchin and violet grass. If you join them, you'll never enjoy One-Min Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one planned to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shuyu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuendai, they all chose a life among the mortal world. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret. So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor. One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
Seems like you've been... How about we meet...
A sensible plan. Oh, also, why don't you take the...
Awesome! Thanks! Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out?
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Clout. Miss Shenyan, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Several hundred years?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see, passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then. Traveler?
Master! Oh, it's you two again. Shiryu! You got a new outfit! It looks... Mm-hmm. Master... Huh? You know how to make...
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not, I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually...
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child. Now, this expert you mentioned, when can we expect their arrival?
Soon. Here, allow me to make some introductions. This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant. Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Shenyun. She's the one who's looking to...
If it isn't Miss... Quite well, thank...
So you...
Indeed.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge, and
Why, you...
Not at...
While I am loath to... You two already...
Ha! A preposterous...
Miss Shenyun speaks...
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest! Fool would still... I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion. Then, in that case, Miss Shenyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
Zhongli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great! How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant!
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Shenyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
I must say, the name Shenyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, that is true, but... Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous stays were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day.
You make a valid point,
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the...
Oh?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries...
Hardly. It is settled then. Bamboo Shoot One has already passed word to...
It should be a most...
Yu, come now. It is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhang Li.
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli. That should be everyone, right? Let's go! Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
That sounds
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
Ha! Adventurer! Think you can last a round against me?
Stabilize!
I see everything. Wow, what an amazing view! And we can even see some Kaholosaurs here and there. Hey, why don't we try to get a picture with one or two of them in the wild? Well, they're so cute. Huh? What's happening?
Help! Somebody help us!
Ah! Wild Kaholosaurs are actually biting people! Yeah, those two are in trouble! The legendary traveler and her trusty sidekick Paimon will not stand by idly!
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Take it easy.
Get back! Don't panic! Just hang in there! Finally! Someone's coming! Please help us!
Busted!
Now you shall perish!
Gotcha!
Judging from your clothes, you must be scholars from Sumeru, right?
Yes, I'm Karya, and this is my senior Varamdra. Thank you so much for saving us. That was a little too close.
Don't mention it! Handling these sort of things is practically second nature to us by now. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler!
Still, it seems that all the Kaholosaurs just ran off. We need to capture at least one alive.
Capture one alive?
Correct. Say, I can see you are very skilled at dealing with them. Do you think you could use me as live bait to help us capture one? I will pay you for the effort.
Well...
Apologies. Varamdra has been hyper-focused on his research. So please, don't be too hard on him.
Oh, no worries. But why did you approach a whole group of wild Kaholosaurs, and what's this talk about capturing them? Paimon's pretty sure that's not what they're trying to do.
I'm sure we must look very silly. The fact of the matter is that we're searching for a mysterious island from a certain legend. It's said that a very important clue about the island can be found on Kaholosaurs, so approaching them without the help of a guide from the people of the Springs was certainly an unwise choice on our part.
A mysterious island?
Yes. There is a legend from the people of the Springs that mentions a mysterious island. And Varamdra believes the key to his research can be found there.
Are you certain you two won't consider my proposal to capture one?
Some proposal? There's no way we'd be willing to use a person as live bait!
Then I suppose discussing it any further will just be a waste of time. I must come up with another solution.
Varamdra!
Oh, all right. You did rescue Karya and I just now, and I suppose I should express some gratitude. Thank you very much.
A little awkward, but Paimon will take it.
We should move on, Karya.
Yes, thank you again. My apologies. Varamdra really doesn't have the best people skills.
That's all right. Bye now. You really don't see a pair of adventurers like those two every day. But anyway, Paimon's really curious about that mysterious island that lady just mentioned. Yeah, who knows? There might be treasure! After all, the amazing places we've explored during our adventures, finding some mysterious island should be a walk in the park for us. Ah, you're right. The lady mentioned that the mysterious island is related to a legend of the people of the Springs. So maybe we can start by asking some of them about it. Time's ticking. Let's get started on our next Sure. But the real question is, who should we ask? That's an idea. If anyone, the chief of the tribe should know the details.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble running through water. Transitory.
Take it easy.
Is this where the chief of the people of the... Someone looking for me? Oh, why if it isn't the traveler and her companion. Hey, so the chief... As chief of the tribe. So what brings you here? We want to visit the mysterious island, huh? Is there something wrong? I'm assuming... Yeah, but... Then allow me... It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all of Netland. He discovered many deserted... But to prove himself once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious... The island emits a... Since then, many Oh, that makes sense! So could you tell us how to get to that island? On the contrary... Oh! Well, sure thing! Then I'll be honest, as the chief of the tribe, I was very ashamed. It's really hard to believe that could happen. They are targeting... According to my source, they run a pretty... So, I was hoping the problem is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me. Which is why I haven't been able to carry out the plan yet. Oh, Paimon Exactly. And as far as I know, you betcha! If it's just a few scammers we're talking about, she'll take them all down! Wonderful! Then here, please take this. Whoa, that's a lot of Mora! Did we already earn a bonus? There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. This Mora, however, is for other purposes. I'm sure some spending will be required on your part before they lower their guard. I certainly wouldn't expect you to pay out of your own pockets. So please use the Mora as needed, and collect as much evidence as possible. No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything. Okay, we'll take it from here. I've marked the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the rest to you two.
Hot Spring is a harbor for the body and soul.
Take it easy.
This should be the place. Now let's see if anyone around here looks like a scammer. Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going... Good idea! Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried on the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before.
Ah! Are you two visitors from afar?
Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already. Oh, pardon. Is something the matter?
I just happened to overhear you two talking about the mysterious island. I assume you two must be tourists, brought here by the legend and looking for the island. Am I right?
Hello, Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. That's right. We were just getting ready to look for that island from the legend.
In that case, as a qualified guide, I certainly cannot allow you to embark on such a dangerous journey.
Uh-huh.
As the legend says, if you can manage to reach the mysterious island, riches and glory will be yours for the taking. Be that as it may, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. It would be nigh impossible for any average person to reach the island. But you are in luck. Allow me to tell you the purpose of our services. It just so happens that our mission as guides is to help visitors avoid danger, find shortcuts, and successfully reach their destination. Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our ancestors can correctly decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter unnecessary dangers.
Huh. He actually sounds pretty convincing.
But it seems like fate has brought us together. So, what say you to having me as your guide?
So how much will you charge us?
Not to worry. I don't intend to charge any fees.
So you'd be working for free?
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests to the mysterious island is a great honor in and of itself, worth more than any amount of mora.
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him. All right, thank you. Then please, guide us onward.
Of course! Please, follow me.
Hey!
Take it easy.
Are you two here to take pictures?
Really? Can we?
Huh? Shh, not so loud. Openly saying their name in such a manner will only cause them to loathe.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Atta is highly respected among... Therefore, we...
Really?
You need only slowly, but no need. I can understand.
All right, then let's give it a try.
That'll be...
Huh?
In order for Atta to give us insight, they must recall their past, which can be extremely taxing for a...
I'm sorry. Such expenses may arise in the process of finding our way.
There you have it. Paimon knew there was no such thing as a free lunch. Oh, Paimon has an idea. She bets they've just made with that kind of a...
What's taking them so long? Well, what do you say?
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man. Whoa.
You can also pose now if you'd like a photo together.
Okay.
Oh, Atta is already speaking?
Could you really get anything from that noise?
Of course. Like...
Here's your group photo.
Any chance we could get a receipt?
No problem at all. Here you go.
Please, come with me.
We still have a lot of the Chief's more to use. Why don't we keep up the act and gather some more evidence? Paimon's curious. These guys are going way too with all the evidence we have now. But after handing over all the...
Sorry to keep you waiting. After all the clues we...
Oh, all right.
This is the spot. The trails of sunlight will guide the way. Once you cross the rushing water, the light of the setting sun shall reveal everything. Atta's insights have already pointed us to the destination. It's just on the opposite bank.
You mean we're almost there?
As I said before, this is a shortcut. If I took you on some... Anyway, there's no time... According to Atta's insights, this is the... Yes,
Hold on! Are you serious? This is supposed to be the island? Then what about the treasure? And look at these wooden signs and artificial...
All that stuff about treasure is just part of the legend. I didn't make any promises about what you...
Huh. Since you seem to have dropped the act, then there's no need for us to continue either. We were commissioned by the chief of the people of the...
You sure? Then what's written on those receipts?
Huh. Let's...
I took you all this way just to buy enough time for the handwriting to disappear. Even if you were to go back to... You want to report me for scamming tourists? Then be my guest. I'll just say that I'm being falsely accused. With that settled, I'll be going now.
No, he's trying to get away! It's the chief!
What's the chief doing here?
I had dispatched others to secretly trail you. Thanks to you, we can finally convict him of scamming people.
Convict me? How? They don't have any evidence against...
Sorry to say it. Not to worry. Let's search him first.
Hey, what are you doing? Keep your hands off me!
Yes, I see the mark. Looks like you already
What do you mean?
The Mora that the Traveler and Pine...
You...
So, there are no receipts. Take Mora from others by foot...
You...
We have witnesses stand...
Fine. Yes, it was all a scam.
Woohoo! No wonder you're the chief of the tribe! I still don't understand how so many people have been getting duped by them. You need only stop and think for a moment to see through the whole thing. If he claims to be able to find a shortcut to... That's a good point. Speaking of, have any guides from the people of the Springs ever found the treasure of the I can answer this question along with your previous one about how to get there. The answer is actually very simple. There is no shortcut to the island. And if you don't meet this single condition, which is exactly why Eve... There's a requirement? Let me ask you something first. What do you think a real journey to the mysterious island should be like? It should probably involve overcoming a lot of hardships with your companions before witnessing some breathtaking sights. Uncovering a really touching story? Oh, and scoring some super cool treasure at the end.
And therein lies the key point. Overcoming hardships with your companions. It's said that when the first chief set out to search for the island, the ones who accompanied him were not clients nor tourists, but his closest friends. The legend also mentioned that only those willing to entrust their lives to one. Therefore, the requirement to reach the island is journeying with your closest friends. The kind of friends you would trust.
So that's the key.
From what I can see, you and Paimon are exactly those kinds of friends. The kind that would trust each other with anything. But, unfortunately, neither of you are experienced guides. And if you were...
That's true.
But don't feel discouraged. Whether it's remote island... And let me tell you a secret. The elders...
Yeah, thanks for that. But knowing us, we...
Oh, I can understand.
A guide we could trust with their lives? Yeah, Paimon has a good feeling about this.
It appears you've already made...
Okay, bye-bye. baby saurians?
And I'm Toba. You must be the helpers that we've been waiting for.
It's nice to meet you too, but we're just passing through. Oh, but Uncle Sanka said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us. You sure he didn't mean you? Yeah, sorry. Whatever this is about, it sounds like you've got the wrong end of the stick. Wrong end of the
Darn it! We've been tricked, Hoonie. I should have known that Glasses Guy was a con artist.
What are we supposed to do about the baby saurians now? Time's running out. It's okay, Hoonie. Don't worry. There's been a lot of after what happened to Nana. Her babies were so scared that they ran off and hid. I'm really worried. If Nana is here, my dad's one of the elders, so he's busy. I didn't think it would take very long. But then that guy we ran into made us tell him loads of stories, and it wasted.
Yeah, he was so selfish.
It's all right. Don't let him get to you. We're here now, and we'll help you because we care a lot, don't we, Traveler? They should be. I already managed to. Really? Wow.
Awesome. You gotta be careful out on the cliffs, though.
Goonie said the baby saurians are on the cliff, so let's find a way up.
Shine down!
Stabilize! This is order!
The Temple of Wisdom!
Things are about to get dicey.
Illusion shattered!
I see everything!
Solidify!
There is no escape!
Stabilize!
Hey!
Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
isn't the gruesome twosome who wormed their way into our servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last time we met? Would that be why you hastily scrambled up here to pay your respects the moment you saw us? I suppose we can't blame you. Such is the spell that our majesty casts on our minions. Very well. You heathens leave us no choice. Wait, aren't you like... Silence! We shall have you know that... Oh, come on. You talk big, but Kinich clearly... If you must, Abyssins, see this little lizard? It's... Yikes. She was but a... Such a fragile creature. Leaping from a... My dear, an... Anemic flying ant! We sense a faint... Suspicious outlet. Ha! How dare you cast aspersions on your... If you're not here to kiss my... Potty mouth on that guy! Paimon is furious! Still, good to know about the Abyss threat, huh? Wasn't expecting that. Let's not get sidetracked.
Wow, you're back already? That was so fast.
I'm so glad that the babies are all right. Thank you both so much. You're welcome. You're not from Natlan, right? Because your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that climbing. You should come take a rest.
Yeah, please come. I promise you'll get a big scions at the canopy.
By the sound of it, Glasses guy wasn't from Natlan either. Uh-huh. Really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Sure, if you're interested. Oh, let me think. Oh, please, Miss...
Just one more story. I heard that there was a huge transparent ball of fire.
Oh, you mean Turnfire. That's where the ancient name...
Oh, wow. So it was the
Uh-huh. There's a story. Turnfire is different.
Why?
As soon as you turn...
Well, good golly.
Right? How nasty.
Yes, shocking.
Good guess, Uncle Glass.
Mm-hmm. You Punky didn't like Och, and that's how our ancestors...
But Ochcon wasn't.
A split second later?
All it took was a
The question is...
Nobody knows the end. And then...
The grown-ups say that it lights up the... It's like a final look back at your life.
Ah, a fine parable in...
I don't know. I think it's just a story.
Either way.
Sure has.
Yeah, and now...
Kinich.
All right, Uncle Glasses.
Tell me more about this Kinich guy. One more story, I swear. Starting... No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously close to cursing me out right now.
Uncle...
How would it get me if I...
Huh?
Wait... Is that... All right, kiddos. I'm a man of my word. 2 of my friends are on their way here and work them like dogs. Okay, that's what they're here for.
Really? Well, first, can you tell us your name?
We met at the foot of this cliff.
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourself.
Huh? Where? Oh, wait! Uncle Sam... Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and not all...
All he got out of us was some stories, though. Huh? You know Kinich? Not very well.
Aw, man.
Me neither. Oh, exactly. I don't know why Kinich partnered up with him. Why didn't he pick me instead?
Uh-oh. Hoonie, look how...
Oh, yikes. If there's anything you need...
We gotta run. Bye for now.
okay?
Kind, strange?
Yep.
Don't talk back to me.
They were good people. Hello again, Hoonie. It's Miss Paimon and Miss Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me. And I...
Oh, so you're the kind... I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today, so now I trust that your sense of...
Yep, just help...
Oh? What?
Dad, please.
Kinich! I heard that two mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Are they... you?
And Paimon's the other.
I do apologize. A lot...
Oh, now we're...
Oh, you just arrived.
Careful now.
Go inside now, Hoonie. Dad's got some...
Okay. Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't make any promises that we'll be able to help.
Well, this is a matter of utmost importance. Please, allow me to explain. For many years, our tribe has celebrated the Turnfire Night. It is a traditional ceremony among the scions of the canopy in which we remember our ancestor. Burkina was a hero who bore... They were victorious, but it came at a great cost. Burkina paid with his life. The Mountain King survived, but was contaminated by the Abyss, and he remains in hibernation to the... Normally, Yumkasaurs never live longer than a century. It is possible that the Abyssal Power is responsible for his unnaturally long lifespan. Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but the abyssal power inside him is highly sensitive. And when it is disturbed, he awakens and flies into a blind rage, attacking anything that moves. So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year is cleansing the abyssal power inside the Mountain King, so that he will remain sound asleep. However, Abyss-related incidents have been on the rise in that land lately, as I'm sure you're both aware. As a result, it has become increasingly difficult to keep the Mountain King in hibernation. Only 5 months have passed since the last Turnfire Night, and he's already showing signs of instability.
Has he woken up again?
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony. Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana.
We heard.
Yes, and Nana. Anyway, right now we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony, and we need to find a suitable flame bearer. Of course.
Oh, you...
Yes, he's the one. An exceptional ceremony? I'm not the one to usually talk about... Oh, and don't get me...
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on that last part.
Anyway, the fact is, the ceremony can just as easily be done without him as long as we can find someone else. And besides, you two seem like much better candidates. Wonderful! Come with me to the other side of the mountain. I'll bring you up to speed on each step of the ceremony. As experienced warriors, I'm sure you'll pick it up in no time.
Oh, great.
Shut your filthy mouth!
Speaking as a member of the Abyss...
Ugh, never...
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to explain. But I digress. You see...
Okay.
Is that it? It's the extreme sport... Look, I even...
You scum-sucking swine! Head first off the...
You say that. I've heard that the...
Or, you could tell me what it is.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
Take it easy.
I see everything.
See those torches over there? Those are the sacred flame.
Are you saying that the sacred flame and the...
Well, for ceremonial purposes.
Gotcha! So basically...
Well, that's one part of it. First, the flame bearer. Then, they must go down into the canyon, all the way into the cave, where the most skilled flame bearers can accomplish all of...
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground? Well, of course Paimon can. It'd be much harder for you.
Well, don't worry. It's not a requirement. The flame bearer must always keep...
So...
Well, if you're not careful, you might get burned.
What about today, then? Does the same rule apply?
Oh, no. Don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order doesn't matter. You just need to take the sacred flame, cleanse the filth, then go light all the braziers. Are you ready? I'll repeat all the key points again. Gather the kindling, cleanse the filth, and light all the braziers. I'll wait for you at the end.
Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred flame. That should be all the braziers. Let's regroup with Trinidad.
I will have order.
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
I knew I was right. If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearers, I'm sure the Wyatt would consider you for the honor. All right.
You mean they've still got...
Some of them are still hoping we can come to. Still, I'm the one responsible for securing a flame bearer, and my recommendation is you.
Just for 5 months.
See that place over there? There was a time, after a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. If we failed to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King at bay, it might not be so. To answer your question,
Fair enough. Desperate time.
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point.
Okay, see you later then.
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before, but this one feels a little...
Easy money.
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to.
This realm is true. I do in fact. There was once a ping in our... That is why...
Take it easy.
Illusion shattered!
Solidify!
I see everything!
Gotcha!
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Everyone hold hands!
Shine down!
I see everything!
Illusion shattered!
Busted! Gotcha!
There is no escape!
Solidify!
Hey! Make yourselves a room!
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Ha! is no escape!
Gather!
Illusion shattered!
Gotcha!
I see everything.
There is no escape!
Stabilize!
Everyone hold hands.
Quietly now.
Illusion shattered!
Gather!
Hey,
Busted.
There is no escape!
share my knowledge.
Illusion shattered!
Here comes the catch.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Make yourselves at home.
Stabilize!
Illusion shattered!
I see everything.
Gather!
Gotcha!
There is no escape!
I see everything.
Stabilize!
I will have order.
This one,
Share my
a
knowledge.
fleeting shadow.
Game's up. Time's over.
Weak. Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Ha! Absurd! Illusions are but distractions. There is no escape! Shattered! Shine down! Ha!
Everyone hold hands.
Solidify!
Make yourselves at home.
There is no escape! Thunder!
Busted.
Torn to oblivion! All returns to silence. Ha! 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 Erase all threat.
Order guide you!
God is eternal.
Stabilize!
I see everything.
Quietly
In
now.
spirit! Perish!
Gather!
Everyone hold hands.
Illusion shattered! Ruin! Follow my blade!
Stabilize!
Witness the
I
final
see everything.
calamity! Shine down!
Quietly now.
Inferior!
Gather!
Busted!
Perish! There is no escape! Inferior!
The Temple of Wisdom!
This is order.
Eternity
Stabilize.
is in my hand!
Here comes the catch!
Now you shall perish! Remains constant over the centuries.
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
Gotcha!
Hey!
There is no escape!
Detestable!
Quietly now. Busted!
Tactless rodent!
Illusion shattered!
Quietly now.
Shine down!
Gather! I will have order.
I see everything! Share my knowledge!
Gotcha! Game's up! Friend's over!
Yeah! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
Solidify!
Quietly now.
Who bears? Cold detached from the world. I never asked for redemption. Never.
Take it easy.
Illusion shattered!
Busted!
Make yourselves at home.
Here comes the catch.
There is no escape!
This is order. Stabilize.
Inazuma shines eternal! Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Ah. Whew.
Illusion shattered!
Solidify!
Hey!
Quietly now.
There is no escape!
Gather!
Game's up. Fun is over.
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Ha! Ha! Ha!
I see everything. Hey! I see everything.
Take it easy. Busted.
Everyone hold hands.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together.